You must have in your toolbox at all times a new identity and higher concept thoughts that must pop up like toast when the outside world says otherwise. It's so important that when you are in an environment where you are activated, that you respond instead of react by coming from your new identity with higher concept thoughts about yourself and others. Today, I want to support you to refuse to let anyone or anything, or well, maybe Serafina might disturb my peace of mind, but I really want to help you to stop giving your power away to outside circumstances when all hell is breaking loose and you are not in the receivership of the results you are wanting. I want to give you an example that happened over the weekend that will showcase to you why you must have in your toolbox these higher concept ideas about yourself and about life, so that you are not reacting all the time to the outside world. And this is a true story I'm going to share with you that will help you also do the work now, while there is calm, while it is calm waters. Do the work now, so when the stormy waters come, you are in a very powerful place to hold your own. So over the weekend, my younger sister came to visit. I'm here in Australia staying with my parents for a little bit, and my younger sister came to visit, and I got rather activated by her demands of me. And I nearly went down the rabbit hole of reacting instead of responding. But thank goodness I had done the work of reprogramming myself with this new identity, that the moment that she started treating me like, I guess, the way she sees me, or possibly her thoughts about me, that activated her, I was able to hold my own. And this is how I did it. As she was on a rampage of criticism, I rushed into the bathroom. Even though she was carrying on, I rushed into the bathroom, looked myself in the mirror, and claimed my power back of who I am, what I am worth, and what I am capable of. And of course, I've written out this lovely self-image script that I turn to on a daily basis throughout the day. So when I was being challenged, and really it's just an illusion what's happening, but often our current reality is our old thinking pushed out. I was able to remember who I was, and then I came out and just was more composed and able to respond instead of react. And so I cannot recommend enough that you do the inner work. In fact, I have a self-image course, a mini little e-booklet that you can download and start to write out a new self-image about yourself, to help you along the way. Though this isn't really, it's just a starting point. If you would love to know more on how to change your self-image permanently, then please book a call with me. Because if you don't change your identity, then you can go out in the world and you can try new methods, new strategies, but it's still the old you. So if you want different results, you must change your concept of yourself and start to become this new version of yourself that quietens down the old self-image, because that old self-image will always be there. And of course, it's activated in certain environments. And so I have been in the habit, and it is a habit, of writing out my new self-image, listening to it, reading it, and embodying it on a daily basis. But sometimes the activation can come out of nowhere and knock you off course. And so it's important that you pause, because there's so much power in a pause in order to calm yourself down, regain your composure, and then come from another version of yourself. And so I cannot recommend enough that you really do the inner work to write out this new identity and become this new version of yourself. And also to have higher concept thoughts. And some of these could be that, everything's always working out for me. So when something goes wrong, you're able to quickly say, oh, well, that's part of the process. Things are always working out for me. No, the universe is always conspiring in my favor. I always get what I want. Even that's the opposite. No, I'm always going to get what I want. I mean, of course, that has to happen, the opposite. But I'm not going to, it's part and parcel of me, the universe, as I say, moving 10,000 people, if not more, for me to get my cash and prizes. So I always make peace with the outside by saying this isn't true, and saying the higher concept thoughts like things are always working out for me. I always get what I want. The universe is always conspiring in my favor. And life is perfect. Everything is perfect in my world. God is always producing perfect results in my life. These are higher concept ideas I have in my back pocket, along with my new identity. And when you put the two together, it makes you a very powerful and potent individual that really creates like you're wearing a coat of Teflon. Or in Australia, we call it aluminium foil. I think in America, they call it aluminum. But anyway, it's important that you wear this coat of Teflon, so when anything happens, it just bounces off you. Because you don't want the law of polarity to kick in. Because the law of polarity is a real law. And what goes up must go down. There's an inside and outside. But if you can remain neutral when things are not going well, or when they're going right, and just remain neutral, then guess what? You're not a victim to the law of polarity. So download the self-image course. Go and do the work. Book a call with me. I will help you fine-tune that self-image course for you and give you some ideas on how to reprogram your mind with a new self-image. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'm Tanya, and I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. And if in any way this has resonated with you, then please consider subscribing. I'll be back. Bye for now.